This PYFL All-Star Game is brought to you by Pro Athletics, made in the USA, custom sublimated uniforms and apparel. On the web at proathletics.com. Postnet in Moorpark. Create, duplicate, deliver. On the web at postnet.com. Dana O Photography. On the web at danao.com. Westco International Consulting of Ventura. On the web at westcointl.com. Sports Academy in Thousand Oaks. On the web at sportsacademy.us. American Trophies and Awards of Simi Valley. On the web at americantrophy.securedwebpages.net. Lucky Fool's Pub on High Street in Moorpark. And by Hard Luck Kings Guitars and Apparel of Westlake Village. On the web at hardluckkings.com. And now, back to the action.
Daggers set to kick off to start the second quarter. After the East got that magnificent touchdown from McCoy. Music is playing. Great event here. PYFL action.
There you go.
Returnable kick out across the 40-yard line. Let's see what the Western Stars can do here with the football.
Nathan Peraza out of Burbank Vikings. Another big kid. Look at him. Nice job by Nathan Peraza in on that tackle, representing Burbank, running down on the kickoff. All right. What is the West going to do?
Well, they have a new quarterback in Troy Reyes, number 7. He's out on the field. So Reyes as the quarterback. It'll be a simple handoff for a couple yards. Lopez, not a whole lot of real estate there. Chase Miles had help from Dion Ross. They combine on the tackle. Second down, we'll call it 9. 11:15 to play in the first half. 6-0. The team on defense, the Eastern Stars, leading this midget game. Here's that jet sweep. That's well defended. Cisneros carried it, and he couldn't fend off the defense.
Looks like right there, Elijah Pendleton, outside linebacker, was like, you're not getting away from me. You're not fast enough to turn the corner on me. And, oh, by the way, I'm going to drive you into the ground as hard as I can.
Yeah, Pendleton's a real hitter.
I mean, did you feel that? It's called momentum shift. And right now, the East is going backwards. Let's see if they got something under their – they need to go deep, in my opinion.
Reyes.
Oh, got hit.
It's
That's
picked
not
off.
what you want.
We're going back the other way. Touchdown.
Is that number 7?
They're celebrating. It's number 1. Washington with the pick 6.
Wow, Antoine Washington out of the West Lancaster Eagles. As we said earlier, all-star games are defined by big plays, and we've seen 2. Otherwise, a pretty close game. But for try to go deep, you get hit, short pass, and unfortunately the fastest kid, a la Deion Sanders, gets the ball and takes it to the house. Another guy that was named number 1, the first pick in the DBs of the 100, and I had an opportunity to play with him. And he was a kind of back, we used to say, when Deion was on your team, the coaches slept much easier.
It was sensational, no question about it. Here's a 2-point try that will not get there. So it remains the East 12, the West nothing. 10 minutes to play in the half. This is PYFL football. 10 minutes left in the half, and the East flexing their muscles with some big plays. The latest, the interception by Washington for a touchdown.
Pick it up.
And the Rams going to bring it back.
They can't go sideways. Get up the field.
That's Kane Miller. And he's hurled back. But every time you put it in Kane Miller's hands, you're flirting with real danger.
You are, but because, you know, when you're that size, you have to be super fast, right? And you need to have the ability to break tackles. And it seems to me right now like the East is a little bigger team. They're a little bit more physical. So in order for the West to have an opportunity, they're going to need some big plays.
Coming back out to run the show is Troy Reyes again, that fine quarterback from Moorpark.
A little confusion out here on the defense. This cost Alabama a game against Auburn.
Run to the right, then to the left. This time to the left, and it works. First down yardage. Oh, that was well done. Terrific run out across the 50 to the 48-yard line. And carrying the pigskin was Noah Salgado.
Yeah, you know, Shane Kimbrough, as I said, Sean McVay would be very pleased with that offensive play. I think to attack this defense, you can't go side to side. You got to go up the middle. You got to go right at him.
And Salgado gets more touches than Gurley anyway.
That is true.
You want that ball in Salgado's hands, number 27. And up the middle again. Powerful running back. Fun to watch.
It is fun to watch. This is their best opportunity. Run the ball up the middle. I think anytime you run outside, you're going to have a little trouble on the edge. And hopefully Shane Kimbrough, and credit to him being a former wide receiver, they usually like to throw the rock.
Mm-hmm. By the way, that was Aaron Cesario that ran the football that time, picking up 9. So between Cesario and Salgado, you have some quality running backs. Play fake. Reyes dumping it down. And the defense of the East read it beautifully. Reyes had it on target to Salgado.
Elijah Solis.
Solis was over there. Rodriguez was over there. They smelled that one out.
Well, I see a lot of West Lancaster Eagles on this roster. Highland Bulldogs, Burbank Vikings, Palmdale Falcons. Burbank Vikings, Bulldogs, South Valley Raider. There's one kid, Cesar Garcia, representing his school or his squad.
3rd down and 2. 7.5 minutes, and the clock is running in the first half. And the West desperately needs a score.
I can say this is 2-down territory.
The counter to Miller. And Miller appears to be a yard short. They are feeding the rock to Kane Miller.
Looks like Elijah Pendleton. He's got a little limp, got a little hitch in the giddy up right now.
Well, we talked about Pendleton. Again, he will really come up and smack you.
That looks like it could have been collateral damage. That's when your own guy gets a piece of you. That's what happens when you're flying around on defense. It's the price we pay the game.
Lopez inserted into the backfield, but before he has a chance to carry it, the Eastern Stars protecting a 12-0 lead. Take a timeout. 6:49 left in the half. 12-zip for the East. Toy Cook's favorite part of the program, drop-ins, talking about the PYFL board and our sponsors.
Yeah, well, anytime that I have an opportunity to talk about the PYFL Executive Board, who've done a good job in putting together this whole event, the president, Shane Kimbrough, the vice president, Tony Godinez, treasurer, Nicole Ransom, give me back my son, the secretary, Nancy Aguiano, the athletic director, Dominic Walker, and the insurance commissioner, Amanda Villanueva. And let's not forget the members at large, Isaac Reyes, Nick Omande, and Joy Villalta. What a great job they've done. This is like the 3rd time that I've been here, and each year it gets better and better. Congratulations to the PYFL. Ooh, that looked like he was offsides.
4th down and 1. And they will run it with Lopez. Pushing forward, got the first down. Great job by number 22, Michael Lopez.
You know that I do not like handing the ball back 5 yards when you only have to get 2 yards, but when you have baby Eric Dickerson on your squad, you can do that. Number 22, Michael Lopez.
The
Beast
PYFL.
mode.
Gotta love him. They love Lopez. It's a nonprofit volunteer organization established back in 1993, created to serve the families in Ventura County, Santa Barbara County, and North Los Angeles counties, promoting youth football with the intent of providing a competitive and organized program for student athletes between the ages of 6 and 14. Here's Miller trying to sift through traffic and just can't get out of there.
Yeah, it's tough to get through that hole, especially when you have Sebastian Merskanian right here.
You're talking about big number 95, Merskanian from the Burbank Vikings, a two-way player, offensive and defensive lineman.
He kind of reminds me of J.J. Watt.
Oh, my. I love your comparisons.
I had to bring that one in for Nate Waska. I was going to go with Richard Dent because he was number 95, but I wanted to stay with the younger generation.
These guys don't know who Richard Dent from the Bears is.
I know.
It's
number 95.
Oh, yeah.
We'll go with J.J. Watt.
Let's
Great
go
job.
with J.J. Watt. Play fake. Reyes with a flag out. Incomplete at the 35-yard line.
Jare Alexander. Nice play.
Ryan Quinn was the intended target.
And nice coverage by Alexander, number 24, who's listed as an athlete.
Legal contact to the face. Mitch Vargas is our lead official. Now this is a bigger penalty because it is a dangerous foul, so it's deemed a 15-yard foul.
Well, more impressive is that's only our first personal, typically in these all-star games, that seems to be the par for the course. But good job on these kids and coaches in keeping it clean.
Lopez to the 20. What would you know from par for the course? Have you ever gotten a par? I thought you were a bogey plus golfer.
No, I'm par. I'm par. They call me Baby Tiger Woods. But without all the wins.
He's got 82
and the
PGA
scandal.
wins.
Congratulations. When I went into the Stanford Hall of Fame, I went in with Nota Begay.
Oh, they're good friends.
Yes, and his presenter was Tiger Woods, so I got to meet him. I also went in with A.J. Hinch of the Houston Astros, who's having a little trouble right now. Here we go outside. Oh, he's open.
Reyes unloading it. Oh. Incomplete at the 10-yard line. Miller was targeted. Boy, they do a great job of getting Miller involved.
And you know who had excellent coverage was Ariana Soil. With the perfect technique, the left hand across, no contact before, couldn't call pass interference. I don't even think they do that in the NFL. Good job by Ariana on that play.
3rd down and 9. Ball resting at the 20-yard line. 4:30 to play before we take a break for intermission. Down 12-0. This is critical. West trying to score. Ooh. Just a check down. That's not going to get it done. It's going to bring up a 4th down play. Found Lopez coming out of the backfield. So here is a huge play in this first half. It's 4th down and 7. This is the 18.
This is the one play, and you see this in high school, that I say contributes to more blowouts than anything, is the inability to get points, right, in this situation. Most times you would kick this field goal and get points, but seeing that you're not, if you don't get it, the other team gets the ball, and they usually go down and score. So let's hope that Kimbrough has a play here for 4th and 7, and it's going to have to be a pass.
Well, he's given Troy Reyes the information. Reyes is conveying it to his outside target, which is Powell.
With up top, too, also. The receiver up top.
That's Powell, who just got the information. It's going to cost him 5.
I think he had a post. He was a little excited. One of the things that we used to do in a situation like this is I would bet you dollars to donuts that if you went on 2 right now, hut 1, hut 2, they would jump offside. You'd get the 5 yards back.
And you'd get the donuts.
And I would get the donuts, preferably glazed.
Well, let's see what the West dials up.
4 wide.
Reyes is picked off. Back the other way, down the sideline. This is going to go for another pick 6. This time it is number 24, Alexander.
Jair Alexander.
The year of Jair Alexander.
And that would be 2019.
It's also 18 points for the East. You talk about sudden change in a football game.
I told you, when you cannot kick field goals, typically in those games, in these type of games, you have those type of plays that happen. And next thing you know, you're down 18-0.
How fast is Jair Alexander?
Well, it looked like, even though they had 4 receivers on the field, they got some pretty big offensive linemen. And one of the things that we used to laugh about, like on punt returns, when you would punt the ball to Deion Sanders, there's not a lot of people on the field that can tackle him, right? Or if you intercept the ball, the lineman ain't tackling him. So you'll have like 3 people that can tackle him.
For 2, that's caught. A sensational rolling grab. And reeling it in was Andre Lee.
Wow. The athletes are showing up. As Deion used to say, the circus is in town. Get out your band. Break out the band.
Well, it was a circus catch, and the East has a 20-0 lead. This is PYFL football. .239 left in the half, and it's being completely controlled by the East, who's had 2 defensive touchdowns from Washington and Alexander.
Ooh.
Excellent coverage on the return.
And that's my guy right there out of the East.
Number 53 doing a good job.
Nathan Peraza.
Peraza, yes.
Also known as the kickoff killer.
Plays with a mean streak, and you love that.
I do love that. Nice form tackle. No harm, no foul. But courtesy of our excellent statistician from Cal Lutheran, former DB, Nate Dog Watska, Jair Alexander was also the guy that returned the pick for the touchdown in our game. Mm-hmm. There's a Jair Alexander first-round pick for the Green Bay Packers that plays the same position.
You DBs really stick together. It's all about DBs.
It's us against the world, baby.
And wouldn't you know it, in this game we have 2 pick 6s from those DBs. Alexander and Washington.
It's going to make the MVP race a little tight.
It's going to be difficult to select one at the end of the day. And guess who's going to do the interview? Nate Watska.
Nate Dog Watska.
Run up the middle as Lopez slugs across the 40 to the 47-yard line. Inside of 2 minutes to play. Second down at 7. First half action. And if you're the West, you are completely frustrated.
You are. It's interesting. So in the first game, the West won that game in a blowout, 42-6. And right now we're looking at a 20-0 game in which the West is leading.
Well, Laporte had his team really ready to play today. There's a deceptive move, a little counteraction. That moves into East territory, and I like the way they designed that one.
And a first down.
Number 28,
Wisdom Jr. ran it. Devontae Wisdom Jr. First down to the 46. The clock, though, is definitely an ally of the East on defense. We're down to 1 minute left, so the West has got to hurry. They got to matriculate 46 yards in a minute.
Well, I think a good idea is to try to get the ball to Javonte Wisdom Jr. Up the middle.
Well, they have Getman shook in there with that big arm. See if he can throw it down the field. There's
Slant.
that
There
pass.
you go.
First down. Beautiful pitch and catch. Hardy with the catch. Desmond Hardy. One Ram who can really fly.
I
Desmond
think so.
Hardy.
He's a big kid. I'd try to get him the ball. I think you have a matchup with Desmond Hardy.
Time out of the field taken by the West. 41 seconds left in the half. It's the East by 20-0. 41 seconds left, 20-0 for the East. First down.
There's Desmond. He's going to be a pass.
He's going to throw it.
Keep going.
Got his man.
Score. Nice.
Touchdown. What a play. Powell with the touchdown. Andrew Powell.
On a pass from Desmond Hardy. Nice call by Coach Kimbrough from Pacifica High School. Those are the type of plays that they're going to need to get back into this game. And even more impressive just before halftime.
One Valley Ram throws to another Valley Ram.
And how about
Desmond Hardy with the throw to Andrew Powell.
And how about being on the money in stride?
Now they'll go for two, try to cut it down to 12. It's a 20-6 game currently.
This is a big down right here. You got him in the flat. Nice catch.
That's 2 points. Getman shook with the perfect throw to Lopez.
But you know what? That's a really impressive catch by the running back. A lot of kids are either diving, catch that ball, and they come short. He had the presence of mind to reach down and snatch it a la Jerry Rice without having his knee hit the ground. That was my favorite thing about Jerry Rice. A lot of people dive for that ball. Jerry never, for the most part, dove for a ball that he thought if he could catch it with his hands and keep running. So excellent job by the running back catching that ball, the flat, and your quarterback getting the ball to him.
Getman shook. I like the fact that this receiver, not only talk about his size, Desmond Hardy, but he runs precise patterns, much like a Fred Biletnikoff.
Oh, yes. Fred without the
Stickum.
Without the stickum.
Yeah.
Or maybe Lance Allsworth.
Lance Allworth. You know what's funny? I was going to bring that up. Bambi. Nickname Bambi.
Bambi, that's right. We're going way back.
Sorry, folks. We're talking to a different generation. Just 33 seconds left in the half.
How about Raymond Berry?
I loved Raymond Berry. Who was the other receiver? Jimmy Orr?
Now you got me.
Yeah, I think it was Jimmy Orr and Raymond Berry. Lenny Moore was the running back. Unitas was the quarterback.
I think
John Mackey was the tight end. But let's not go to that Colts team.
You know who also was on that team? Was Jerry Richardson, the former owner of the Carolina Panthers.
There's a short kick.
Ooh. Don't let him score.
That's Laporte. Well, that quarterback on the specialty unit showing his quickness.
Yes, and the tackle was Noah Salgado.
You love talking about the guys who make the tackles.
I do, Mike. Everyone always looks at the guy running the ball. I like seeing, as we DBs, us defensive players, we like to see who made the tackle.
Salgado reminds me a lot of Nate Watzke in his days when he played at CLU at Cal Lutheran.
He did. Watzke was a formed tackler. Didn't make a lot of mistakes. That's why we could put him on the field.
Yeah, he wouldn't beat you with speed, Nate Watzke, but he really knew the game. High football
He
IQ.
was cagey.
did have high football IQ. Final 5 seconds. Gonna have a run play. This will finish
tackle
off the half, and there's nothing there, and the half is over. We will go into the locker room with the East out in front over the West, 20-8 in our Midget All-Star game, presented by the PYFL.